Thank you so much for being here. It's another lovely, beautiful day. So, guys, again, today we are going to be talking about 4 fears. Okay, we have fear of missing out, fear of losing money, fear of being wrong, and fear of leaving money on the table. You understand? So now again, every time you go into the market, you understand, you execute a trade. The market is going your way, but you end up coming out of a winning trade too soon. What creates that? You understand? So every time you're in a trade, the market is going your way. Your brain starts creating stories. You understand? You see the market is retracing. Now the market is gonna come and take you out. Remember what happened last week. You understand? Remember, you don't even have what you want. You want to buy a new car. You want to live in a new country. You understand? You need to pay your landlord. So your brain tells you a lot of stories. So in your brain creating all these stories, what happens? You get convinced. In you getting convinced, what happens? You end up coming out of this trade too soon. You understand? So what makes traders to come out of a winning trade too soon? It is because you realize you come to a point of thinking, assuming or believing that again the market is going to come and take you out, just because you have ever seen it before happening, that the market can go your way and come take you out. So what comes in your mind, that again the market is going to do the same thing. You understand? So now you end up developing fear of leaving money on the table. Then what do? You end up running out of this trade too soon. When you run out of this trade too soon, as soon as you come out, the market boom goes your way. You understand? So you need to reach to a point of realizing that the truth of the matter is the market doesn't move straight one way, isn't it? The market goes up as it comes down, goes up as it comes down, but it's when it's going. You understand? But now your brain interprets these candles as if they are threats. Every time the market is going your way, you feel good. Every time the market is going against you, you feel like again the market wants to kill you. You understand? You need to understand that again, those candles are not positive or even negative. They shouldn't make you happy or even sad, because again, the market is not your opponent. It is not your enemy. It's not even your friend. You understand? It's just neutral. So what does that mean? If you execute a trade starting from tomorrow, allow the trade to go to take profit. Of course, your brain is going to tell you that, you know what, you need to come out of this trade too soon because of ABCD. Understand? But again, you need to let the trade go to take profit, because at the end of the day, think about it. If you come out of a winning trade too soon, guess what is going to happen? You're going to find out that again, your risk to reward, it is not fully gotten to a point whereby you can't get consistency. Meaning that, for example, this money that you are trying to secure that is little, you understand? If in a long run, you will find out that it can't pay for the losses that you are getting, and then you can't keep on going ahead. Understand? So if you ever execute a trade, before even executing a trade, you understand, you have to understand again, anything is going to happen. You understand? So if you execute a trade and the market is going your way, allow the trade to play. You understand? Allow the trade to play. The trade will go to your take profit or to stop loss. Your duty as a trader, remember, your duty as a trader stops only on execution. When you are done executing, let the market do what it wants. In that way, you understand, you will find yourself that again, some trades are going to lose, which is totally fine, but most of the time, some trades are going to go to your take profit. That is fear of leaving money on the table. And then there is fear of missing out. Most traders force trades. You understand? You go in front of the market is not providing any setup, but again, you find yourself forced to execute a trade. Why? Because again, you think, assume, or believe if you do not trade it today, you are not going to become successful. Your brain is telling you, if you do not take this trade, there is no way you're going to become successful. So some of us, we come into trading with a brain of scarcity. We think that opportunities are scarce, to a point whereby any opportunity that is passing by, we want to grab it. You understand? But again, this same mindset, and we end up finding ourselves that again, we end up taking a lot of trades that are not good. Meaning that we end up spending more money in trades that are not good, to a point whereby when we will end up losing money in unnecessary trades for no reason. So you need to reach to a point of realizing that again, the market itself doesn't reward participation. It doesn't. Just because you are seated in front of the market, it doesn't mean that you are going to execute a trade. Just because you didn't trade yesterday, it doesn't mean the next day you're going to be able to trade. So you need to reach the point of realizing that, again, the market owes you nothing. So if you didn't trade yesterday or you followed your rule yesterday, it doesn't mean that the next day you're going to trade. So now, most traders make these rules. They are supposed to follow their rules, you understand, because that is a must, okay? But again, every time you execute a trade, instead of accepting the results, whether it's a winning trade or losing trade, you find yourself entering another trade. Why? Because again, your brain is telling you, since we have lost the last trade, this next trade looks so good, let us grab it. In you wanting to grab it, you are then creating bad behaviors. Not only that, you are exposing yourself more to the market, which is not in your plan. Excuse me. So what does that mean? You need to realize that, again, the market has endless opportunities. The market will always be there tomorrow. You understand? So execute your trade, make sure you follow your plan. If you go in front of the market and you do not see any proven repeatable edge in the market, something that you have ever seen before happening, if you don't see it in the market happening, don't take the trade. It is okay to miss a move. Missing a trade is not missing success. The market does not punish you for missing a trade. Yes, the market does not punish you for missing a trade. The market punishes you for forcing one. Every time you force a trade, that is what happens. You understand? And then again, we have fear of losing and being wrong. Understand? So, as human beings, we grew up in communities. We have been told that money is everything. You understand? Money is everything. Protect money at all cost. Never accept being wrong. Yes, you understand? Remember at school, anytime you were wrong, what happened? They could punish you. Every time you could lose, you were wrong about some exams at school, they could punish you. So what does that mean? Your brain interprets being wrong with pain. So you come into the market and you don't want to be wrong at any cost. Understand? You can even remove your stop loss and allow the market to go your way, to go into your more money. You can even allow the market to take more money from you than you accepting that, you know what, I am wrong about this market or this trade. I'll come back the next day. That's how people avoid fear being wrong. You don't want to be wrong to a point whereby you can even accept the market to take all your account, but you don't want to come out of the trade. So you need to realize that, again, being wrong in the market is okay. Think about it. You use technical analysis to identify an opportunity in the market, which means you do not know what's going to happen next. So what does that mean? If you find yourself that you are wrong about a trade, it is okay. There is no reason why you should actually even feel bad. The reason why you feel bad, because again, you have a belief thinking that, again, every time you are wrong, you should be feeling pain. That is not true. It is okay to be wrong. As a human being, it is okay, totally okay to be wrong. Why not? Since it's not you moving the market, how will you find yourself winning all the time? Some trades are going to lose, and that is okay. Understand? So now, being wrong, it is totally fine. You understand? So if you execute your trade and the market is going against you, accept to take that small loss and then walk away. Don't feel afraid of being wrong just because the market is going to take you out. It is okay. And then again, a lot of people have fear of losing money, to a point whereby just because yesterday's trade was a losing trade, you reach to the market is giving you an opportunity. You understand? The same exact trade that you know that usually works, just because the last time it didn't work, your brain is telling you that, you know what, this trade might not work. So what does that truly mean? Let us wait for more confirmation. As you wait for more confirmation, what happens? The market goes without you. Meaning that you were hesitating to enter this trade. Why? Because again, your brain is telling you that this trade might also lose. Understand? So what does that mean? You are having fear of missing out. No, you are having fear of losing money. You don't want to lose money, because every time you lose money, you feel so much pain. And we have been told since we are young that money is everything. Money is a sign of power, status, and all that. So what does it mean? You feel like you don't want to let your money go. So what does that mean? You do technical analysis to avoid losing money. You want to make sure that the trade that you're entering is going to win. But I'm telling you now, you cannot know which trade is going to win, which trade is going to lose. You can't know that. So you need to reach to a point of realizing that, again, losing a trade is okay. You understand? If you avoid losing a trade, you're going to live your whole career of trading in frustration. You will be like a person avoiding death. Even if you go to the desert, death will find you there. So now, losing money is totally fine. You need to accept it, embrace it, because again, think about it. Even professional traders lose money, but all they do, they make sure that if they are winning, they win more than they lose in their losing trades. That is how you become profitable. You are still going to be losing, but again, the days that the market go your way, you make sure that you are getting more reward than the trades that you are losing. In that way, this money can recover these losses and you remain with some profits. That is all about trading. That is all about trading. You understand? Guys, again, if you have watched this video up to this point, consider subscribing, liking, or even having any comment of your thought. You understand? You can even share the video with any trader that you know. So again, thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys again in the next episode.